What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's Wednesday. I still don't know why that's my intro for the show. You know what day of the week it is. You're not fucking 2 years old. It's Beard Therapy time. We have Joe and we have Kyle and Joe. What's up, Kyle and Joe?
What's going
up,
on,
people
everybody?
in the chat? How you doing?
Doing good, man. So good to finally be on the Beard Therapy. That's for sure.
So good to have you guys, man. It's one of those things where, like, I can't think of anyone who's been around as long as you guys or longer that we haven't had on here that I wanted to have on here. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're like the outline. Maybe no BS Matt, but he's a busy guy. But I had him on another show, so I kind of consider that, you know. And Dan C was kind enough to do a little 5 to 10 minutes for us on our anniversary show before his show, so we even kind of had him on here. So
Nice.
So it's good to have you boys.
Yeah, we'll give you at least 15. So
well, that's good.
Right.
Before we get you tapping out,
We're gonna double. Yeah, we're gonna double Dan, and then we're out of here.
yeah.
So what's very interesting is Johnny and I know of Kyle and Joe, but we don't know Kyle and Joe. So this is going to be very informative for the two of us, and a bunch of you probably know a lot more about Kyle and Joe in the chat than we do. So this is going to be cool. First question. Well, before we go into getting, this is like your origin issue. You're going to give us your origin issue here, right? Any Black Friday stuff you guys are proud of or excited about, etc. Start with Joe.
Oh man, so I was just kind of telling you before we went live that I picked up the PlayStation 5. And I picked it up early. I got it pre-ordered early, so a lot of my money went into that.
Yeah.
So I as far as beard stuff went, I did pick up a few holiday scents. I got Ruddy Paws from Ruddy Man Grooming, which is absolutely awesome. It's a good like nutmeg and what is it? What's that? The drink that you drink during Christmas? Eggnog, yeah. Totally jaw brain fart there. But picked up that and not as much beard products as I wanted to this year, but the PlayStation 5 is probably it.
I mean, that's huge. That will put a decent dent into your beard budget for a few months for sure. That's a great thing to get in its place. Kyle, what about you?
So this just kind of, and I apologize for looking around. I just grabbed the pop-out chat just now. So sorry if I was looking away for a minute. This just goes to show how different Joe and I are. So listen to my wife and I's big Black Friday purchase that I'm psyched about. A 10-in-1 air fryer.
I need a new air fryer. So
we're getting it late this week or early next week, and I'm like, I cannot wait for this thing. I'm like, crispy French fries,
crispy everything.
I'm excited about that. And then our other Black Friday purchase, which I really am excited about. So our son, excuse me, is about to be 2.5, so he's getting to that age. So we got him the new iPad. So I'm excited about that because he's getting into the shows, and it's so different. I mean, if it sounds so old, it's so different from when we were kids. Because if I was on the Game Boy or whatever, it was zero educational. Yeah, but now I feel like he learns more about colors and numbers than when I worked with him.
No, totally. Yeah.
Pro tip: on the App Store, there's a thing called ABC Mouse. You pay a subscription fee, but it's worth it because they teach like everything. And my daughter uses it. She's in pre-K, and she's in pre-K, but she should be in kindergarten because of her age. But it's where her birthday lands. And she's doing kindergarten level stuff on it. So like it's a great app for kids that are learning. It's called ABC Mouse. It's great.
ABC Mouse. Yeah. I think I've seen that promoted. But man, when you have kids, things change. This has been like the least eventful Black Friday of my life, and I'm probably the most excited about it between the air fryer and the iPad.
He keeps telling me that, but if I had a kid, I guarantee I would have still got the PlayStation 5 for myself. So
Yep. Your priorities. Look, you sacrifice for those sons, and I got 5 of them. Those sons of bitches for 18 to 20 years. You need to throw a little me time in there, baby.
That's funny. Yeah.
Let me do a quick roll call. I usually start with that, but I was excited to get to Kyle and Joe. Who do we got here? We got Jersey Ron. We got Dagan, Rob Brannon. Rob Brannon and Dagan have become regulars. I love it. Puzzly Bearded. Who else? I saw Rob Acker in here. Rob LaGrange. I've seen him a few times in here. Newer Mick Mann, of course. Good to see him. Gary Lewis runs some little shanty of a beard company, from what I understand. Cal Ripken Jr., Chris M. Good to see you, man. Josh Ricks, King Ginger, Irish Whisker. What's up, Kyle? Brett Berlin, the Blue Wrench is in the house, and he said, Kyle, that those 1001 Friars are awesome.
Nice.
Jason E, what's going on? Diablo Bearded, nice. The devil himself is with us. Jeff Rice, Mac with the cheese, coming at you. Billy Rogers, good to see you. Bearded Native, some newer names I'm seeing here. Johnny, Danny the Bearded Apprentice, Michael Payton, good to see you, Michael. El Tomahawk, nice to have the Native American and the Hispanic community represented in El Tomahawk. Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. We've got them on screen and in chat, Johnny. This is amazing stuff.
They're everywhere.
And I think that gets just about everyone. All right, boys. So I guess take us from before you even had the face shag to, hey, let's do something on YouTube to now. Okay, however you guys want to play tennis with that back and forth between the two of you.
Yeah, go ahead and start us off, Kyle.
All right. So stop me whenever, Joe, if you wanna hop in there.
Yep.
Because I'll go all day. I've always been into the beard game a little bit. I didn't know beard products existed like most people when they first started. So started growing out a beard, and I was like, it's so itchy. Let me hop on YouTube and see if anyone has a video. So I ran across Dan's channel. I got really into that, watching a lot of his videos, hopping on his live streams, things like that. That got me really into the beard game from a personal level, but then also kind of enjoying his community and his videos and all that stuff. And then I, started buying beard products, really enjoyed it. Once I had, when I got my first scent, it was so weird. It didn't connect that there's other scents out there. I'm like, I have this, I like it, I'm good to go.
And what was that purchase, Kyle?
So that was the Hero by Fable.
Oh, okay.
I'm not including my Amazon. Everyone buys that first.
Now, come on. We got to slut shame you, man. What was your Amazon purchase here?
Oh, yeah.
Viking Revolution?
So that was my first wash and conditioner, and I'll tell you what, that holds its own. The beard oil smelled so, not from Viking Revolution. I don't remember who the first one was. It smelled so bad I couldn't stomach it. It was that bad.
Wow.
So I honestly didn't wear that much. Once I got Fable, like I said, I was like, this smells amazing, but I'm not connecting, buy more, get more scents. So, I'm seeing people in the community that are like, oh, I didn't even have Instagram at this time, by the way. And people are like, oh, I love this scent and that scent. So I got another one. And then Joe and I had been close since diapers, literally. We're I don't know, what are we, 5 months apart, whatever. And so what from there? So I got Instagram basically off of Dan saying, hey, get Instagram. And, there's a whole bearded community. So I would post some pictures and Joe was like, hey man, you're rocking the beard. You're into the beard life. And I'm like, yeah, get in on it. And then Joe's story, which I'm going to let him tell it, is way more exciting than mine.
Kind of, yeah.
which is way more exciting than mine. But then Joe got into it. And, but to answer the specific question, this is not a knock on anyone, truly, because we are subscribed to, I think, every beard channel that we know of. We support, we comment, we like the whole thing. But when I would watch reviews, I would hear people say, I like it, I don't like it. And you'll learn this about me. I'm a communications guy. I'm like, why? Why did you not like it? Why did you not like it? What's going on with your beard compared to the next person? All I would hear, for the most part, is too many times people go, oh, it's a great scent. Try it out. I'm like, well, there's 19 ingredients. What's what? Mm-hmm. So Joe and I would almost kid around, and we'd be like, hey, we should start our own channel. We had plans months in advance that they were going to come over for dinner, and we were going to do the 4 of us for dinner. And he was like, no, seriously, let's do it. Let's start it. Let's do our intro video. And I was like, okay. We had so much fun with that intro video. The wives were ready to go to bed for the night. And they're like, all right, Joe and Steph want to leave. We ended up filming our first review and they were so mad at us, and it just took off from there. We said it's going to go 2 ways. It's going to be our version of success, or it's going to completely flop. And we're our version of success. We're there, and we're loving life. And it takes, a lot of people are very uncomfortable in front of the camera. But one thing you'll see, if you were to be a fly on the wall when the record button isn't on, and then when the record button is on, Joe and I are the same.
Yeah.
We're here to have fun. The day when this is not fun anymore, I
Right.
promise I will drop this like a sack of potatoes. I promise.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, when we did our first review, I remember, my wife and I were at Kyle's house. I think we had tacos that night.
Yes, I remember that too.
I don't know what we had that night, but
No, we did. Have tacos,
yeah,
sure.
we were talking about it, just messing around. Didn't really think that we would go with it, and we just said, screw it, let's go upstairs and see if we can record something and see if it looks halfway decent and presentable. And we did an intro video of ourselves, thought it was good enough, and did a first review, thought it was good enough, and figured out how to post it on YouTube, and then it took off from there. But yeah, I was, when he started growing his beard out, I noticed it right away. I always had some kind of like facial hair, but I got to the point where I didn't know anything about beard products and didn't even know that they existed. And when it got to that point where I just couldn't take the itch anymore, and I just thought that it just started looking like crap because I didn't really trust myself to groom it really well, I just, shaved it down and, went from there. But then discovered Kyle's beard, who helped me discover the bearded community, and Dan's videos and all that stuff. I really got into Dan at first, Matt, and then Mo. Those are like the top three that I was watching, right off the bat. I loved Mo's kind of carefree, attitude and his style that he kind of presents himself with. I knew when I was watching his videos, I was getting 100% honesty on whether he liked something or not. And that really helped me start to understand what was going to start working for my beard and what wasn't. And then obviously, trying them out for myself. And then, so then the timing just felt right. And we started the channel, and here we are today, almost 800 subs within our first year, which I'll take it. So
Yeah, we were hoping for 100.
Yeah.
Right.
And let me say one quick thing. I'm going to brag about Joe, because Joe's not a big bragger on himself. Joe, he's never had a big beard before, and he was like, look, I don't grow out a mustache. It's, he was basically saying in so many words, it's embarrassing. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
And man, once he started, like, he even says, he's like, I could tell he was a little self-conscious. He's like, you don't think it looks weird? We're on camera, yada, yada. There are people that I have a big full beard.
Right.
I would imagine a lot of people want my beard. I'm not trying to brag because I didn't create it. It just happened.
Right.
Joe gets way more attention on the beard than I do. Like, everyone is so insecure about their beard, and they're like, Joe has no stash. He's got this awesome brownish, reddish beard, and he rocks it. And it's all confidence.
Yeah.
So, we get that all the time. It's a lot of fun to see.
I don't know if that's considered the quote unquote the whaler style, whatever, but it's definitely that low cheek, no stash. It harkens back to like the 19th century in the Northeast, and the cold weather. So it's definitely got it's an interesting vibe when you look at Kyle's, and we'll call that the traditional beard, for lack of a better term. Most guys just grow it long and that can achieve that length, etc. As a guy who, teaches public speaking, one of the things I wanted to say, one of the reasons I think you have 800 subscribers is it's what I call speaking charisma. You guys don't have to try to be naturally engaging, right? I think the relationship between the two of you is understood. Even if I didn't know you were cousins, that doesn't matter. But the relationship between the two of you just plays so well that I think it leads to people wanting to watch you and hear what you have to say. So you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. So 800 subs, that's awesome. Now we know when it becomes no fun, we're done. I get that totally.
Right.
Yeah.
What does the near future, anything in 2021, as the country starts to get back to normal, let's say, as we move along, any channel changes, any ideas that you guys have been thinking about kicking around? What kind of stuff can we expect from your channel next year?
Oh yeah, we're constantly trying to come up with different ways to better ourselves and better our channels for sure. And it starts off with which each video that we do. I'm always looking at previous videos and trying to just see how I can change my delivery just a little bit. I'm trying to sound more enthusiastic. Maybe when there's like a night where I'm like not fully into it, but I know I need to put 100% into it. One of the best criticisms that I got in a comment on one of our videos was a guy that said, if I was a company owner, I wouldn't be that happy with this review. Joe, you didn't really sound enthusiastic at all. And I rewatched the video and I'm like, holy shit, like he's right. Like, what the hell was I doing? And ever since that, I've taken that to heart. And, I'm always trying to improve myself that way. But as far as the channel goes, yeah, me and Kyle have some big goals. We spent actually a lot of the day today talking about, are we ready to start doing some merch? Do we want to start, producing some shirts, some hats and things like that? And then we really want to start doing more consistent streams as long as our both of our schedules will allow it. That's the one thing with our schedule is or with our channel is that there's two completely different schedules that we have to coordinate, whereas if it was just each of our own individual channel, we can do it exactly however we wanted. Kyle is an awesome family and has two amazing kids and a beautiful wife. I don't have kids yet, and so my schedule is a little bit more flexible than his is. So when we commit to a stream, it does have to be on Kyle's time, and understandably so.
Awesome. Nice. Couple questions, and if you feel you can't answer them, that's okay. Kyle.
Yes.
No matter what, even when you're done doing this whole YouTube thing, as long as you have a beard, what's a company will always be on your beard shelf?
Oh, gosh. Ask me to pick my favorite child.
It doesn't have to be your favorite. It's just someone you're always going to use their product for whatever reason.
Gotcha. So I'm going to go with my Old Faithful. I cannot help but to love this company. I know the owner. I love him. I love the way he does things, loves his products. I'm going to go Husky Beard.
Okay.
It was one of the first ones that I got. I guess if I had to pick a scent, if I can only wear one the rest of my life, I'm probably going to go cologne. Their Siberian's my personal favorite cologne. It's just one of those companies that works for me. Love the oil, love the balm, love the butter, love the wash, so on and so forth. But man, that's a tough question. I could easily say 10 off the top of my head without even thinking about it.
Joe, Kyle bought you about a minute or so there. Same question to you.
Yeah, no, I've answered this question on a couple different occasions, and overall, I'd have to go whiskey and hardtack. Holly's just doing amazing things over there. When you talk about just overall consistency, I mean, she has a great feel-in oil. It was actually my #1 rated when we did our feel-in oil video. And then her whipped butters, when she has it seasonally, is outstanding. And then I absolutely loved her poured butters as well. And then just about all her scents seem to work really well for me. She has a lot of invigorating and type scents for at night, but also some really good relaxing ones, which are the scents that I tend to flock to a lot. But then if I want to go cologne, she has the Gambling Man, which is just absolutely great and outstanding. So just the overall consistency and then how she is as a human being first and then a company owner is what I really enjoy about the company, because she's just an awesome human being too.
She is.
I've never tried whiskey hardtack, and I've heard a lot of nice things about Holly.
Oh man,
yeah,
I have some right here.
I know you do.
Okay,
I think everyone in the world has some but me. I think. And on that very note, Joe, you mentioned, I think it's amazing that 4 guys who have been around as long as we have still have lists of companies. Joe, what is the company on your list that you have to try? Now, even if you don't purchase them next, the company on your list that you have to try.
Well, first of all, I don't know if it'll pop up, but look at all those names.
Oh,
nice. look at all those. I keep notes. I have notes all on my phone for reviews for everything. At the top of this list right now, I have Clever Beard. I want to try some Clever Beard.
Right there, yeah.
My top 3: Clever Beard, Iowa Beard, and Bay Area are my top 3.
Good top 3.
Yeah.
Good top 3.
Yeah.
Kyle, same question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked him the same one. Hit me with it again. I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem. On your beard list, the companies you've yet to try, even if it's not the company you buy from next, it's that one that's been burning a hole in your gut saying, I got to try these guys.
Yeah. No, great question. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, that's fine.
So the 2 that stick out, I know you said 1, but the 2 that stick out to me is 1, it's so funny. This is total coincidence. I think the first review I've ever seen of yours, Joe, was from Bay Area Beard Co. I think that was the first one, if not one of. So I see them around a lot. I really want to try them. The other, and I'm going to butcher the name, Hanyaker.
Yes.
Yeah, Hanyaker, yeah.
That's my other envelope I got here. Hanyaker, yeah.
That's funny. I've never heard anything but amazing things. Like people, I've never heard anyone say it's average. Like everyone loves it.
Yeah, Hanyaker is amazing.
So I really want to try that. There's so many though, and it's so tough. The truth is, and this is, we're as transparent as it gets. Like you want to continue to buy stuff, and you do, but like in your head, you're like, I get sent free stuff all the time. I have in a disgusting amount. What am I doing here?
Right. Right. I just dropped 200 on Black Friday, and I had told myself and everyone in the beer community, I'm narrowing it down to those companies, right? And we're just like, well, shit, it's Black Friday. Why not? So I know what blows me away about you, Kyle, is that you guys have been doing this now. Clever's a newer company. Bay Area, they're a newer company. They've been around a year or so. But Hanyaker, to me, that's a more established company that you hadn't tried them yet. That really kind of surprised me. So that's cool.
Yeah. It's funny he mentions that because that's actually what's currently in beer now. I have the Avenue Blue in beer.
Okay.
That's good scent.
Very, very, very good barbershop. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. And it's only scent that I have by them. And I think it's only the second time that I put it in beard. And it's Kyle, you got to get it, man.
I know. I should have. We were like both of us were shockingly good on Black Friday. I don't think I bought anything on Black Friday beard wise.
I was so bad on Black Friday. I was like, I'm only gonna get like 3 combos. I was like, I told myself I'm gonna get 3 combos. There's at least 4 right here, and I'm expecting 2 or 3 more in the mail.
$1,300 later.
Yeah, I spent way more than I was planning for. So Black Friday it snuck up on me. It's just the deals that were like like $19 for a combo, $20 for a combo, $21 for a combo. I mean, come on, man! Like I had
stupid.
And it's companies that I got a few. I made it a point to get companies I never tried before. So I have a few of those there. I'm waiting for one other company I never tried before, and a few companies that I regularly get stuff from. Yeah. They were releasing some scents like Chesapeake had its Black Friday event, and if you had the app and you saw their tab, they had some scents that they brought back just for Black Friday. So I was able to snag the of course the F 2020 combo, which I had to get because the label looks awesome, and fuck 2020, so like I had to get that one, and the cherry cola, which I never tried before, always wanted to get it, and I always missed it every time it came out. So he had on for Black Friday. I was like, I got to grab that too. So I grabbed that, and I finally grabbed some Tailored Beard. I never had tried Tailored Beard before.
Oh, New Jersey boy too.
I finally grabbed it, and it should be here by Friday. So
good.
Yeah, just
shit. He could have walked that to you quicker, Johnny.
I know. I could have drove over there and picked it up.
Tailored Beard was one of those companies that they were one of our older reviews, and we reviewed them when they were like just popping up. And now, I mean, the way that he's really expanded his company and has really blown up. I mean, it's hard to keep up with him, and he's producing new scents. I mean, out the ass, it's crazy.
Yeah. He was having his label change, and he was blowing out all the old tan labels, and that's when I picked up a few and did a review on him with Bella, and because he was in that transition into his first relabeling and all that jazz.
Real quick,
he's got some unique stuff. Go
ahead, Ryan. If you don't know where to send your money, I will DM you my PayPal. Like it'd be like 2 seconds. All you got to do is write K, just the letter K in the chat, and I will send you my PayPal, buddy.
I'm trying to think if there's any good deals.
I don't know of any personally. I spend my money.
Not to bring it up again, total coincidence, but I think Husky has. Isn't there still going on, Joe? 25% off.
He's doing like a 12 days of Christmas.
Okay.
So it's like
So
a
that's
different deal every day.
I don't know if Live Bearded still has theirs going on. I don't remember.
I haven't tried any of those big companies. Well, I bought Beard Brand samples right when I was starting, before I was even reviewing. I bought their sampler set because that was priced in a nice, for Beard Brand. But pardon me, Live Bearded, that's a huge company. I've always just been the smaller batch guy, and I've never had the desire to try them. I've noticed more and more guys doing reviews on Live Bearded compared to when I started. No one was doing reviews on Live Bearded. I think why I buy them is I think I'm the only guy, and if not, there's not very many of us, who does a live weekly that isn't a reviewer anymore. And I always maintain that one of the things we're purchasing when we're buying these products is belonging, right? It's not just the stuff for our beard, but we're also purchasing an investment in belonging to this group of dudes. And I don't want Johnny Grooms to be on my left here going, "Oh, did you get the new blonde?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh, how about the blonde?" I'm like, "No." So I always got to at least try and keep somewhat informed when it comes to certain companies and stuff. That's the only rationale I can come up with, boys. I don't know, Johnny. Do you have any other questions for the guys before we transition into what's coming next?
Let's see. Shit, I did have one, but I just totally thrown off by Ryan's offering of money. totally threw me off. I guess
there you go.
Like you use butters more than balms, right? Like it's because your lengths.
Yeah.
So that's that question off the bat.
Yeah, overall, yeah. But I think we're two guys with longer beards that probably still really enjoy balms more than most guys.
Oh, okay. I use balms. I used a balm earlier today. I got Sphinx butter and beard today. So, what's your go-to scent profile? If you're gonna go try out a brand new company, what's the one scent that you look for? That's the scent I'm gonna try that company for. Is it? Do you have a set one, or do you just go by what people recommend, or do you have a scent that you go for?
Yeah, I'm a huge I need something that. My go-to usually is something that's going to calm me down first and foremost. So if I see a scent profile that has a really good lavender, amber, and some citrus and things like that, there's a guarantee that I'm going to purchase that item first and foremost. There is a decent amount of colognes that I really do like, but I really enjoy in barbershops as well. But usually if it's something that's very lavender heavy and amber, vanilla, citrus, you're going to most likely get my money for that.
Yeah, that's tough. There's so much out there anymore. I like seeing if I'm reviewing, I like their most popular. A lot of the times when companies will be like, "Okay, great, we got an agreement here. What can we send you?" Our answer is going to be whatever you want to see on camera.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Most of the time, but I like more unique things at this point. Once you've tried a lot of stuff, I really enjoy some unique scent. Joe's loving the yak.
Right. Yeah, that's a good scent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the thing where I'm falling into the thing. All right, I want to be wowed already. I bought so much, I have so much, I've smelled so many things, I've tried so many great feels in beard. Everybody has a pretty decent feeling beard. The ones that don't have feeling beard, I just never wear anymore, and they go to the trash or they go to donation. When I get something from a company now, I'm very selective on what I buy.
Right.
And I want to be smell it, and I want that reaction, that amazing reaction. Mm-hmm. So it's getting harder because a lot of the scents are not just not there for me. The last few I'm hoping
it's hard for me. I feel like a lot of times we're Bearded Coast is a great example. Everybody was saying, "Oh, you got to get Salty Vibes. You have to get Salty Vibes. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread," which I do want to try and I plan on it. but that wasn't when I was going through like all his products. That was the one that I didn't choose. Like I chose two others that I just felt were more me and stuff. And I do plan on getting it, but I do feel like there's a lot of times where like the most popular item to a lot of people is usually not the scent that I'm most likely going to enjoy the most. So it's kind of like being reviewers now rather than just being a consumer. It's kind of hard because it's like you want to show off his most popular item to keep building that up for them. But at the same time, though, you know, when I'm purchasing, I also like plan on going back to enjoy those products on my own either. So
right, I just buy what I want. The same thing with Bearded Coast and with some of those other scents. I ended up getting Epic Night. That's the one I chose, Epic Night. I really like this scent. You know, and I do that now. I see, okay, everyone's talking about, you know, XYZ scent. So like I tend to go with, I read each description and tend to go with what I want more than what people are jazzing up. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's I'm gonna smell it. You know.
I think what too. I remember the first time this hit me. I'm like, shit, dude, you are getting jaded. You got to knock that shit off. When Wildschwein first came out, I did a review of them last year before August. And all of his scents were, you know, traditional, so vanilla tobacco, cedar leather, you know, and he did them all well. They were really great for those categories. But even at that point, I was like, okay, I'll bring something new to the table. I want you to, oh shit, I've never seen that. That's where I was mentally for that, you know? And since then, Jake has come up with some really unique sounding combos, and he's on my list to go back and purchase again from.
Yeah, and I get he's high on my list to try for the first time too. So
okay. So and I get that as a business, you want to maybe starting off, you want to go with the trieds and trues, you know, to generate some profit and not go way out there.
Yeah, as a wrestling reference, I like to call that the four horsemen. You have your four starters. You have your citrus that you're going to start off with.
Good.
You're going to have your tobacco vanilla. You're going to have your cologne, and then you're going to have like your cedar or something like that. It seems like so many companies when they start off, that's like when they start off with like four specific. That's what they are.
Yeah, and that's Johnny. What's the name of that company that the 2 ounces that McKissick. So I was looking that site over, and it's the 2 ounces that prevented me from ordering. But I noticed that even though dude has a ton of scents, a lot of them seem to be 1 or 2 note scents that I am not inclined to try. Now that one that Mick said to get was a year 1907, I believe, and that one did sound. And with Mick's collection, Mick's, you know, I gotta assume he's done with all the sandalwoods and stuff, but he seems to be a pretty more forgiving guy perhaps than maybe I am. You know, you gotta wow my ass if you want my dollars anymore,
right?
So that was another reason where I kind of pulled back, and that's why I liked Clever at first, because he came out of the box with non-traditional stuff. You know, one of his first scents was America the Beautiful, right? Fireworks and gunpowder. I mean, it's just
that
like,
one caught my eye. Like, I think I had that in my cart, and I'm like, I just can't right now because then my water bill popped up, and I'm like, you know,
real life, man, like, real life.
It's tough. It's tough. So
even their pumpkin spice scent, it's not that mainstream pumpkin spice scent for me. It's different. I really, really enjoy it. It's like it's my favorite fall scent. I never got around to shooting the video for it. Maybe that'll be my next thing, just to, you know, catch myself up in the season of scents. But yeah, like I have it here. I smell it. Well, I'm always smelling because I have the wash and I smell it all the time. It's such a great scent.
They had a buy one get one for their Black Friday. So, and he had added some scents that I didn't even know about. They flew under the radar or something. So I've got 4 Clever right here because I bought 2 and got 2 free. Very excited about it. I was going to open at some point tonight. Who knows what I will. Last question, guys. I want to ask the inverse of what Johnny asked you, and we'll start with Kyle. Is there a scent or a scent profile that you try to avoid because you just can't stomach or tolerate it? Kyle?
Ooh, man. I'll tell you, I've such a boring answer. I've evolved so much.
Good. No, that's
thanks to Joe, to be honest. Like when I went into it, I was like, I don't like citrus. I don't want to. Citrus is meant for counter antibacterial spray. I don't want that in my beard. And he loved it, and I'm like, all right, let me give it a try. It's one of my favorites now. I went from like manly, musky type of scents. I still love them, but man, I rock unscented more than you'd think.
Really?
I do. I would say bi-weekly. I would say.
So but by that statement alone, Kyle, I'm going to say you are a feel-in beard guy over a fragrance guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to be in a mood for like Sphinx. Love Sphinx. Love it. I got to be in the mood for it though. It's a stronger scent. So stuff like that. But I have one that is straight patchouli. And I just can't stomach it. It's just too much. A couple whiffs, I can handle it. It's too much in beard. So if I have to give an answer, that's like the most accurate. But
straight patchouli.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, what's I have a horrible memory. I lean on Joe all the time. What is the Renewed Man that I love? That real subtle beachy scent. And man, I love it. That's become one of my go-tos. So it's funny how that works.
It is funny how that works. Joe, right back to you. And let me piggyback. Are you a feel-in beard guy or are you a scent guy?
Well, I'll tell you what. It took me being a reviewer to really become a feel-in beard guy. So I would say now I'm a feel-in beard guy, but when I was first buying products, I just really wanted to smell good and stuff. And that's when I've always loved citrus and stuff like that. So I always wanted to smell like lemon dish soap or whatever, because I just always enjoyed that. But I'm definitely more feel-in beard now. But I would say clove is something that I'm too sensitive to.
Okay.
That's a one that usually a lot of companies I just feel just allowed to become too powerful and take over too much. And then also probably like a too strong of like a bourbon type scent.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you, do you guys like the bourbons, the whiskey scents, the tobacco, whiskey tobaccos and all that stuff? Like that was the scent that I would go for, was any kind of like cigar or bourbon or whiskey scent. That was like every time I bought a beer product, that's what I was getting.
Yeah. If I've had some bourbon ones that are just too strong, like I felt like I was in college again. Like I spilled my shot all over my face instead of like getting it down my throat. But then I've had some that were just actually really well balanced and that were good. But I would say that those are probably my two, because they're just two profiles that if they're not done right, they just tend to overpower everything else that's supposed to be in it.
Yeah, not to go in a completely different direction. That's what all these companies don't.
I'm checking out the chat real quick because chat's bouncing tonight, boys. I tell you, it's been hard for me to keep up. Gary Lewis said Barbaro Joe made me make Kingston again, and I hope you're happy that I did, because I think he sold a couple. That's a damn fine scent. Well, he said he made 10, I think, and sold out of those, unless he was lying to make me feel good.
Okay, well, once Kyle gets back in, I have one more question to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's thanks to Chris once again. Channel to be named, company to be named later. He was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he still is. He sent me that bottle of Kingston, and man, that's my favorite Chesapeake scent. It keep every day it's different. That or Irish Blue. They battle head to head.
Irish Blue.
My favorite Chesapeake, Sunday Morning. I love Sunday Morning. The like oatmeal type scent. That's so good. Nice and relaxing.
Oh, man.
Joey Hookham, what did you think? And be honest. I have Kingston Vitality from you. Oh, thank you, Gary.
Oh, wow.
Now you tell me. Damn it.
Damn.
Joey Hookham said he bought some Kingston.
So, all right. I'll ask the question, Joe. What is the one fragrance that you want to see more come out of beard companies? Now that
that's a good question.
Yeah. Now that you smell like, your collection or all that, what's that one fragrance? Because I know what mine is. That you want to see more companies come out with?
I think every company needs just to have something that's good for at night to fall asleep to. I'm somebody that I do have some high anxiety, and I actually do take anxiety medication and stuff, and it takes me about an hour and a half tops to just fall asleep. I'll be laying there in pitch dark and my mind is just racing. And when I have something in my beer that actually really helps calm me down, it truly does help.
Yeah,
so I think I honestly, and I know a lot of people don't care for it, or a lot of people are 50-50 on it. I wish every company had some sort of good nighttime lavender for me.
Right. Yeah. If you haven't had it, definitely. I don't know what's going on with Lone Bear, but Lone Bear has a nighttime butter that is the most relaxing nighttime butter that I've ever used. And it's heavy on the lavender, and it's got some other stuff in there, and it kind of smells like a lavender Vicks vapor rub kind of deal. But once you get it in beer and it mellows out, man, it just calms you down. I remember when I first opened it and I put it in, and I was telling the owners Lone Bear, I was like, oh my god, this is a relaxing scent. I was just like, I didn't want to go back to work. I was just like smelling it and just huffing the jar, and I'm like, I feel so good. Like I feel like if I go back to work, I'm gonna get stressed again.
That's how Snow Melt from Rugged Smuggler is for me. If you've had that Snow Melt is just that invigorating. I think eucalyptus mint type just blast in your face. That's just like, and it's like everything that Vicks Vapor Rub wishes it was. That's what I like about that one too. So, yeah.
Johnny, did you see Keith was in the chat tonight?
Was he really?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time I've seen him in months. Is he still there?
Yeah,
Keith, you son of a gun. There you are. Where are you, Keith?
What's going on with Lone Bear?
What's going on with what is going on with the Lone Bear Company, you absent bastard? What's going on?
One of the best beer therapy episodes was Lone Bear showing his fingers. Fucking amazing.
All right, so look at that. He didn't even know you're in the chat, Keith, and he hyped that Sleepy Bear. I don't know what it's called. I call it Sleepy Bear.
Nighttime Bear butter is is it called Nighttime Bear? I don't know. I have it upstairs. It's next to my bed. Every now and then I just smell it. It's so good.
Yeah, Keith, Johnny just said because Joe likes a good lavender kind of calming, relaxing scent. Johnny said that Lone Bear's, whatever that bear is his favorite.
I don't know if it's Nighttime Bear or Sleepy Bear. I think it's Nighttime Bear. It's got a cool label. It's got a moon on it. It's pretty awesome. My scent that I want to see from every company is a strong pineapple scent.
Okay.
That's
really?
Pineapple scents. Chesapeake has one, and Miner's Beard has one. I have both of them, and I really am loving like pineapple scents in beard. It's that weird sweetness, mixed with get
pineapple.
Dignified.
Get Pineapple Express from
Dignified.
Fine. Not fine. Is it
Beard's Dignified.
Beard's Dignified. Yeah. It was a D in there.
All right, Johnny's got to prep something. Now I know sometimes we get into serious wrestling talk. We're gonna do a slight detour into wrestling stuff because I came across some audio. Okay, so we're not necessarily doing wrestling talk. We're just doing wrestling listen and then maybe a little talk. Now, Jim Cornette, who I love, I think is the greatest gift of gab ever. He has 2 podcasts a week, and his co-host on those podcasts is a guy named Brian Last. And this week on one of the shows, I don't know if you guys know what Cameo is, but Cameo is this company where celebrities give you personalized voice messages. Okay. And they pay a fee, or you pay a fee and you get, whatever. Justin Bieber giving you what, I don't know if Justin does Cameo, but it's one of those things. So they came across a number of cameos from none other than The Undertaker. Okay. Who is arguably, perhaps I would state, one of the top 3 careers in modern wrestling. Okay. When we look at the span of his career, definitely one of the top 3.
Probably the number 1 greatest character.
Yes, I would go with you there. Gobbledygooker is second, but anyway, that's for a wrestling show. But
I was thinking Bastion Booger, but I was like,
remember, Bastion Booger looked like me. Easy there, buddy. So when I heard Undertaker doing cameos, I was a little taken aback because I'm like, why does Mark have to do cameos? So this is the source of it. These cameos are golden. There are a bunch of them covering a bunch of different topics, and I just wanted to share them with you.
Yeah.
So funny. I'm wearing my Lone Bear shirt. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, your breast cancer shirt.
It's such a comfortable shirt. I mean,
It is a good shirt. I love that shirt.
I wear it all the time. That one and Chronic Beer. All right. So this is an audio. It's not a video. So there's not like I'm going to share a screen and you're going to see something. So the way this works is I'm going to share it. It's just going to be a black screen, but you got to listen to it because it is just audio because it's from a podcast. It would have been nice to have like a video, but
It would have been. It's about 5-6 minutes.
yeah, it's about 5-6 minutes. So like depending on like how long you want it to play, let me know. Let me know when to cut it or whatever. Just
do about 3, and we'll see if anyone wants to do the second. Do about half. Yeah, we'll see if anyone wants the second half.
Okay, we can do
Okay.
that. All right, so share screen. Da-da. Boom.
And the 2 other voices you hear, Jim Cornette will be the higher voiced, and Brian Last, who's laughing a lot.
I enjoy his podcasts.
So do I.
Yeah. I'm
Hold on,
behind on them, though.
I wonder if hold up here. I wonder if we can leave it like this and still play it. If you guys don't hear it, let me know.
Okay.
Then I'll fix it. But let's see if we can just keep it like this and just listen to it. All right, so here we go.
And here are some Undertaker cameo clips. Let me play the first one.
It's the Undertaker. And your mom reached out to me. She told me you started a new school this year. In fact, she also said that you were quite the baseball player.
Oh, no. All right, hold on. That's the it loops itself. That was the first one. Here's another one.
I just wanted to reach out and tell you it's going to be okay. You just keep waking up every morning and putting one foot in front of the other. And it's all going to work out eventually. You can do this. I have faith in you.
And if you can't believe the living incarnation of death when he reaches his hand out to touch you, that everything's going to be okay, who can you believe?
And he's in a black Undertaker coat. He's wearing his Undertaker outfit underneath the hat.
Hey, some guys hooked up to all kinds of fucking tubes in the hospital, and they figure, well, he's a wrestling fan, so we'll get him this. It'll make him feel better. And he regains consciousness through a haze of his medically induced coma, and the first thing he sees on a screen is the Undertaker saying, "I'm reaching out to you." Fuck. You give the guy some fucking acid, you'll really fucking
Play this one.
It's the Undertaker. And all the votes have been cast and they've all been tallied. And it looks like you, Robbie, are the greatest Undertaker fan of the last 30 years. With you and your collectibles, you've become the #1 fan of The Undertaker. The #1 fan. The #1 creature of the night. Robbie, you are the man. And you are the #1 fan.
All right.
that's the Undertaker's. I've looked in bars, I've looked in cars, and here you are. What, did Robbie have to pay extra, or who stuffed the ballot box? Was this a rigged election? You know, we've gotten in a lot of trouble talking about rigged elections here on the program lately.
We have. Let's hear another one from the Undertaker, the undead Undertaker.
I got your note. And before I thank the McMahons, I want to thank you for being such a fan.
I don't know if I've ever heard either the Undertaker on television or Mark Calloway in real life say, "I got your note."
Thank you. Thank you for being such a great husband. Wonderful father. Thank you.
Oh, you gotta start doing cameos. You gotta start doing these.
I don't know if I can say thank you for being such a wonderful husband with the same gravitas that
You should give your mom a big hug.
Yes, say your mom to death. Hey, mom, love for you. Did you ever see the movie Death Takes a Holiday? Oh, fucking. Oh, my God.
AJ, you're fine. Real fine. Darrell, everybody better like it. And rest in peace.
You're fine. You're real fine.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So can you use your own verbiage, or are they giving him verbiage,
Well,
specific verbiage?
I think some of this has
My
to be.
face hurts.
Some of this has to be directed by the person paying, but like the Robbie, you're my number one fan, where he ran out of things to say, so he just kept repeating over and over new ways to say you're my number one.
Of all the numbers, you're one of them.
Here's another one.
You take day by day, step by step, and each day things are going to get much better. And one day, your heart surgery will be a distant memory. I won't. But I'll be haunting you too.
Cut it there, Johnny. After this one,
That's the best one. This is so
that is the
funny.
best one.
If you make it through this heart surgery, just remember, I'll be haunting you forevermore.
Okay, so I guess my aside from those just being hilarious, you know, my point is like I would either Mark is a very greedy dude, or like because I'm like I could see a mid-carder that never quite made it doing something like this, you know, someone who needs but I'm just wondering, this is why I said in the green room, I'm like, it's very funny, but to me it's almost kind of sad. I don't want to use the word sellout. He's not selling out, but I guess I just picture him at a status to where he doesn't have to do this. What's your guys' take on that?
Well, I was a big wrestling fan when I was younger. Everyone knows The Undertaker. I know what he sounds like. I've seen him wrestle. I've seen him act, the whole thing. He is forcing this so hard. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You're not good at this at all. Like, first of all, if I had heart surgery and that's the first thing I heard, I'd be like, wow, I actually died. Yeah. Right. I'm waiting for grandma to come by now. Like, it was hilarious. Oh my god!
Like, this is something that I would expect the New Day to be doing on a regular basis.
Right.
It's almost like, so now that his big documentary was released, everyone knows, you know, who Mark Calloway is now. Right. And so I kind of feel like now that everybody knows and he's been exposed, he probably is doing more to go out of his, you know, comfort shell. I mean, he's a guy that, I mean, you'd have to find, you know, hidden footage to see that he broke kayfabe and anything. So I think probably now that people know who he is and know him as Mark Calloway and not just The Undertaker or the Dead Man or whatever, it's probably just a way to go out of, you know, his shell. I mean, he definitely don't need it for the money. That's for sure.
Yeah. Gary said he doesn't do them anymore. So I don't know. I know that this was actually the Thanksgiving week. So it was the Thursday, or it wasn't the Thursday, obviously. It was the Monday or Tuesday of Thanksgiving week is when this appeared. And they took these from Twitter. So I don't know how recent these cameos are, but they were brought up on the Cornette podcast very recently. So yeah, okay. Since we have a wrestling contingent amongst our audience, I just thought that, damn. What do you think, JG? What's your take on hearing Undertaker do these cameos?
I mean, it's a lot of celebrities do it. You know, you can get a cameo for anybody. You know, so
Joe, we got to get on there.
I guess no, you can get like a lot of and they cost they're not cheap. So
yeah,
you know, maybe it's just things that he wanted to, you know. Maybe he was contractually obligated. Okay. Maybe he had to do something like that, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was hilarious. I think it was hysterical. You know,
Disney Beardsman. I'm assuming you mean Beard Talk Joe as opposed to Barberdo Joe. Let me know which one you mean. Beard Talk Joe. Gary Lewis says Ric Flair cost $500. Okay, now I get you saying celebrities, but like if we just took comparison just over to acting, I don't think it's too far a stretch to say to have Undertaker on Cameo is like having Brad Pitt on Cameo or George Clooney on Cameo, right? You're talking the creme de la creme. Obviously, he's at the end of his career, etc. Right. Maybe he was a few years back. You could have made those comparisons, but still, as Kyle said, everyone knows this dude. He's been doing this shtick since the late 80s.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize, like, I've heard of this, but I'm like, honestly, I'm just thinking, I'm like, my mom loves Jason Day, the golfer. I'm like, maybe I should hook this up. And then Ric Flair, $500.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like $10.
Right. You're right. Kyle loves
there you go.
Not that much.
Right.
You can get reality TV stars for like $80 and stuff like that, and they're a little cheaper. But like when you want to go like high end, they get up.
Joe, we got to get on there and charge $1 just because I want to do it. Like I just want to be like, hey, Cindy, your surgery, you're gonna be fine. Thanks for being a fan. She's gonna be like, who the hell are these guys?
Right.
She's gonna look at her husband. Who are these dudes? It's all I can afford.
If you make it from the surgery, buy Hanyaker.
That would be a great one. Disney Bearded wanted both of us, Joe. So who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Coincidentally, Undertaker. It's
nice.
Like 50-50 Undertaker or Stone Cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with either of those.
Yeah.
All right.
Disco Inferno is a close third.
Who was that?
Inferno from WCW.
Disco Inferno. That's a deep cut. Wow.
I forgot about him.
How could you forget about Disco?
I think the last I used to go to wrestling like when they came to Cleveland. That's where we're from all the time. Like I've probably been to 20 of them when I was a kid, but I haven't. I watched the 19-hour WrestleMania 2 years ago. I fell asleep around 1 a.m. I watched the Royal Rumble the year before that. Since then, it's probably been a decade. And I got nothing against it. Like, if I was hanging out with Joe, COVID wasn't a thing, man, I'd watch it with him. I just don't usually turn it on and watch it proactively.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I knew you guys are Browns fans. I didn't know you were from Cleveland. So, before the COVID hit, this actually was in February, my wife and I decided that for the year we were going to do alphabet dating. So you start with a letter of the alphabet and that person has that letter. So the date has to connect to that letter of the alphabet. Okay. So we were on C and I'm like, I've never been there. She's never been there. Let's go to Cleveland. So we went to Cleveland for I think it was President's Day. We went to Cleveland.
Awesome.
Because we're only a couple, I'm an hour north of Pittsburgh. So we're only a couple hours away.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I went to I can't remember the name of it, but I went to the market right by Jacobs Field.
West Side Market.
That's it. That was great. Then we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we went just north of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We kind of got into a more impoverished section of town and went to this great little hole in the wall barbecue place. Yeah, I don't expect you guys to know it, but just that area. City. And it was fun. I dug it. Obviously at the Cleveland-Pittsburgh rivalry, I'm from California, so I have no dog in that hunt. But I was like, let's go check this place out, because I think there's a lot of when I think of Cleveland, I think of other things than perhaps people from Pittsburgh think of Cleveland, So I just wanted to throw that in. I visited your city, but it still kind of has that, not like 1970s version, but it still kind of has that industrial feel to it,
Right.
That factory and oil and mechanization.
Yeah.
It has that
blue collar feel. Yeah.
Straight blue collar feel. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. They've done such. I'm sorry. What year was it, Joe? Did you want?
It was this year, February of this year.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. They've done such a nice job with downtown. Even a decade ago, it wasn't as established. It wasn't as family friendly and as inviting as it is now. But I'm pretty confident I can speak for both of us. We're pretty proud of being from Cleveland. Like I truly love my city. It's way underrated. Like, I'm not going to say come here for a week. You're going to be entertained nonstop, but it's a great weekend type of thing. And I'm sure other cities or, NFL venues can say this, but going to a Browns game, you would think you're going to a Patriots game in 2009. Like, it is no joke. People love the Browns and really all Cleveland sports, but it's an experience.
Right.
And the new Browns.
Yeah, like I went to a couple of games when we had our 0-16 season, And I mean, I'm talking about midway through the season and even at the end of the season. And you would think that, we still we're in contention of the playoffs. The stadium is still packed. People still going nuts and things like that. I mean, it really is like none other and stuff. So, I mean, just in that blue collar just fits us, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a 70s and 80s kid, so I remember Municipal Stadium, that huge, cavern of a stadium and all that jazz. And because Brown Stadium is so close to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I got to see it, and it's an attractive structure, because it hasn't been around that long. I know that it's newer, but it's right there by is that the lake? Is that an Erie that they're sitting on there? Right on the lake,
You can throw a rock into the lake.
Yeah,
from there.
And I was just like, because Heinz Field rests right on the Three Rivers. Since they got rid of Three Rivers Stadium, Heinz Field sits right there too, just like PNC Park. So, all right. It's on that note. It's dirty 9:30, boys and girls. I doubt there are any girls. Sometimes Mrs. Cookie Maker Bluebeard.
Mrs. Bluegrass. Oh my God.
Bluegrass. Sometimes she sneaks in here and I feel embarrassed, but for the most part, it's no girls.
We love him.
Brett Berlin, by the way, the Blue Wrench. I don't know how well you guys know Brett, but he's a big Buckeye and Brown fan.
Nice.
Conversely, James Pershing is a big
I interact with Brett too much.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh man. Oh well.
Right.
I'll be right back. I just have to get more something to drink because my mouth's getting dry. I didn't prepare properly. My apologies. I'll be right back.
Gary Lewis, current Brown fans are real Browns fans as the Browns are now the Ravens, and he laughs. Ha ha ha. That's true.
Haven't heard that one before, Gary.
Are you going to go into the fact that the Ravens have won Super Bowls and all that jazz?
Quick, JG is gone. Trivia question. Who is the last Raven from that 1994-1995 Browns team? So, the Browns just became the Ravens. Who is the last existing player?
I don't even know.
Ozzie Newsome.
Good guess, but no. I'm going to see if anyone in the chat knows it. I'm really picking on Gary because
Brett Berlin. Fuck off, Gary.
Yeah, right.
Don't mess with Brett and his freaking brownies. God dang it.
Right.
Gary is saying it is a defensive player.
Ed Reed.
little
Cam.
late on that.
No.
All right, so JG's back, so I'm going to give the answer. Yes. Okay. One of our favorite people, Rob Brennan. It was
Matt Stover. He's a kicker, right?
He's a kicker.
Yeah. Those guys, if they're any good, they can go 20, 25 years. That doesn't surprise me now.
Janikowski was kicking till he was like almost 50, and he was drunk half the time.
Right. Make it even more fun.
And Janikowski got drafted in the first round as a kicker?
Yeah. First round. He wasn't the most accurate, but I'm not kidding. He could probably make the ball travel 70 yards. Yeah. I mean, it was insane.
Dude was built like a linebacker for a
place.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
belly and everything.
So last week we had this question that I feel like we should kind of like incorporate it into our regular everyday, 3930.
Hit it, JG.
So, would you rather eat?
The answer is yes.
Would you? How did I'm trying to remember how this goes.
We're going to give you guys an answer you've never had. Believe me.
Go ahead. Would you rather eat?
I hated this question.
Poop flavored ice cream that it's ice cream, or poop made into ice cream, just not poop flavored, but it's poop.
So how could anyone choose the latter? Because if you take poop flavored ice cream, you're not eating poop.
Right. Okay.
So there's my answer.
Yeah.
But the taste of shit pervades your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what shit tastes like. So
from the smell, you got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
It's like you've never eaten fucking suntan lotion, but you have a pretty clear idea what it tastes like.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you in whole heart and full confidence. I have no idea what poop would taste like. No, none. Like none. Like none at all. No inkling at all. I don't know where Joe's getting this from, but not this guy right here. I'll tell you that now.
Smell and taste aren't that far apart, Johnny Grooms.
Is it like Is this like assuming like if I actually eat the poop, I won't get some kind of bacterial infection?
Boom! Thank you,
get
Joe.
full. You get full. You get the full effects of if you eat poop. Like it's gonna happen. Like,
Well then I will suck it up and I'll take the taste of poop. I'm not getting a bacterial infection in my mouth. Yeah.
Now, Joe, my asterisk when I was asked this, it says, "Is the poop mine?" Because if it's my poop, I know what diseases and shit I have. If the poop is mine, I'll eat it because then I'm not tasting poop. But if it's anyone else's, I'm not eating it. All right. Yeah. But if it's my poop, I will eat the poop because then it's just semi-soft, chunky kind of stuff. I'm okay with that.
I tell you what, I think I would eat somebody else's poop before my own. The shit that I eat. No,
so to speak.
Ooh, good. Hold on. Good point here. Jason says, "Choose now: peanut butter or poop."
Poop.
Oh my god!
Peanut
over peanut butter?
Joe hates peanut butter.
Oh, I did not know this.
I become a top heel in the bearded community because of my dislike and I'm proud of it. For not liking peanut butter. I would consider eating poop before peanut butter.
Okay, so is it the flavor of peanut butter or is it
the texture?
Feel? Yeah, what is it?
All of the above.
It's everything. Okay.
It's everything.
So you don't like peanut butter anything?
No.
Okay.
Are you okay with peanuts?
Do you eat peanuts?
No.
Okay.
Are you allergic?
Has not been confirmed. However, I have had some bad reactions of eating like certain nuts.
Jason, it's hilarious.
Wow. Jason, he says he's out. He chose poop. I'm out.
Peanut butter is despicable.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't like to eat, like pineapple on pizza, but peanut butter, I feel like it's like a cornerstone. Wait, oh my god, you have problems, bro. Yeah.
Do you like
again if it's my poop?
On pizza?
Oh no, yeah. This is a no pineapple on pizza zone, Kyle. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh, I saw Kyle's eyes there. Kyle's one of them, Johnny. Kyle's one of them.
So is my brother to my left.
Well, that's why you're from Cleveland. I get it now. I get all the Pittsburgh jokes now.
But peanut butter is that like cornerstone,
No, Brian, I
everybody
don't
eats.
Buckeyes.
Wow.
I don't.
I like Buckeye. Well, they got peanut butter.
Yeah.
So does it extend to the few oils that are out there that have peanut butter scents in them? Does it extend that far?
I will say Gary sent me out he sent out like this peanut butter jelly scent, I believe it was. And it wasn't the worst thing I put in my beard, but I did happily give it to Kyle after I wore it a few times.
Wow.
And Joe, do you drink beer?
Yes.
Okay, because I know some stouts and lagers in particular, stouts and porters in particular will sometimes incorporate peanut butter. Have you ever tried one of those?
No, just because if I know that, I won't even bother.
Gotcha. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Have you tried PB2 or anything like that? Like powdered peanut butter? Wow, really? Okay.
No, I think I'd rather try the real thing other than before powder.
And you want to hear something awesome, adorable. I'm going to say not awesome, adorable.
Okay, that's a great word.
I hope she's listening. So Joe's wife is like the sweetest person in the world. Super quiet, reserved. Like I mess with her all the time. She'll be just sitting there quiet. I'm like, Steph, will you please shut the hell up? So she goes, I don't like peanut butter either. And in my mind, I'm like, I think you're just saying that to take your husband's side, which I totally get. You guys are a team. You guys are on a team.
You got to ride or die together.
So she goes, well, I like Reese's. I just don't like peanut butter. I said, honey, you like peanut butter.
That's great.
That's called a marriage, dude. Ride or die.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only way she'll eat peanut butter is in a Reese's form, but she won't make a peanut butter sandwich and she won't eat it in any other form. So I was like, I don't know. I told her, I'm like, you can't be half in, half out. And I was like, don't bring freaking Reese's into my house. But
oh my god,
no, I wasn't like that. But
I tell you what, though, I am like that with pineapple on pizza. I tell my wife, don't bring that into this house.
But hold on.
She does it anyway. But
Johnny, you like pineapple in general, just not on pizza.
Oh yeah, I can eat a whole pineapple in itself.
Right.
Pineapple in my drinks, of course. Yeah, but not on pizza.
Here's how sick and twisted I am. One of my favorite kind of pizzas is a pineapple and anchovy pizza.
Oh.
Because you get the nice sweetness from the pineapple and you get the saltiness from the anchovies, and it is
The
delicious.
texture
Oh.
of the anchovies.
Yeah,
Joe, that's a nasty.
God, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So,
Now I want to tie you down and force feed you peanut butter. For
bring
that.
on the hate. Bring on the hate. Come on, chat. Let's do it. Yeah, bring
No,
it
I'm
on.
definitely leaving.
I want to feed you. I'm going to force feed you extra chunky. For saying that.
And Joe, just so you know, you've got a lot of support. I don't know if you know this or not, but the entire nation of India, whatever billion strong, they don't know from peanut butter. So peanut butter is gross to them too.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Devin, because when it's all said and done, you still like well done steaks, and no one respects that. So,
Oh man, it got dirty quick. Wow.
Yeah, here we go. The mudslinging,
Fire.
930 mudsling.
So here's my thing really quick. I'm trying to think of an example where it wouldn't be the case. Within reason, if there's a food that I like, putting it on something else doesn't bother me. Within reason. Like, for
Okay.
example,
Okay.
I know people, my wife, she'll be like, I love grilled chicken. I love it. Do you want to get barbecue chicken pizza? I don't like chicken on pizza. Or like Steph, his wife, saying peanut butter only in Reese's. It's replace the chocolate with bread. It's not that different. It's a sandwich.
yes, it is.
I mean,
Come on.
you gotta like peanut butter. though.
Get with you on the
Like peanut butter.
barbecue chicken, but comparing a Reese's to a sandwich, come on.
My point. I get why you're saying that. My point is, if you like Reese's, you like peanut butter.
Yeah.
For like Johnny, he's saying I like pineapple, just not on pizza. Why? Because it's a little warm. I can't even fathom it.
Pineapple, I
Because the
will say
red sauce.
eating an ice cold pineapple, it's so much more refreshing and actually delicious than eating it warm. I love it on a pizza, but I will take it like ice cold, just out of the fridge or even the freezer before a pizza any day.
It's because tomato sauce and pineapple, they do not go together. Their clash. There's too much acidity there for me, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, so I can't stomach it.
That's
That's
fair.
why those two is different. Yeah.
Would you eat what's the famous? There's probably a name for it, but it's like a big burger with a grilled pineapple ring with like teriyaki.
No.
on it.
Yeah.
No.
It's like
The
the
Moco-
Hawaiian burger.
Yeah, I think
those
it's called
places,
Moco Loco. No, there's a dish called Moco Loco, which is
Yeah,
like
that's way different, Johnny.
is like I think it's like a steak, right? Is it a steak
It's
or a
got
salad
egg
kind of
and
thing?
it's got a lot of
And it
things.
has a big slice of pineapple and a grilled
Yeah.
pineapple on top of the steak with rice and like over easy egg. I watched someone eat that and I was just like, is that good? He was like, yeah. And I was like, the pineapple on the steak thing. I'm just like,
Wow. It just took me by surprise because you said you're like something like I love pineapple. I want more pineapple scents.
yeah.
So I thought for sure you'd be team.
We have pineapple all the time. Whenever it's in season, it's always in the house. We have it, chopped up, ready to eat, and I eat it all day until my mouth hurts.
Just not on pizza night.
Just not on pizza.
Right.
Definitely.
Fair enough.
Here's my take, Kyle. Until the last 20 or so years when we started having things like cooking channels, at least growing up for me, being a little older, you never had salty and sweet together for a meal. Okay. It was just one of those things outside of something like a pineapple pizza. Sweet was always usually dessert. Salty is your savory is your meal.
Yes.
And then as we start becoming, I think, more educated to cuisine as a culture, we're like,
And the show
so-
Chopped. And the show Chopped.
yeah, we could have a maple glazed piece of bacon or
Yeah.
so I think a lot of it comes from that. I really don't like sweet with my savory. I'll tolerate salted caramel because caramel is kind of a deeper flavor anyway.
Right.
But the sweet and the savory, and they're both pretty acidic too, the pineapple and the tomato. But I just don't like. When I'm biting into cheese and bread at a minimum and tomato sauce, I don't want that little river of sweet invading that whole taste.
I'm going to tell you where this stems from. My hate for this. I don't like when sauces that don't go together mix. Pineapple juice into tomato sauce. This is one of those things.
Yeah.
I get this from when I'm growing up, right? When I was growing up, there was a point in time where I had to live with my grandma in Manhattan. And, we were displaced and that's where I ended up. She would make dinner, right? But it would be like a mashup of different cuisines. It would be like, spaghetti and meatballs with with mashed potatoes and gravy. and it would be like rotisserie chicken and stuff. Like
And
things
you
that
have
don't go
to
together.
separated. Yeah.
And she didn't separate anything. So like this is where this came from. I was very little, and these things started to mix together, and I ended up eating a little bit of mashed potatoes and gravy that had a little bit of tomato sauce on it, and like I remember I got really sick, and then from that point in time in my life till today, everything has to be separated. I cannot have it, and it's just that's where that comes from too. Like I tried the pineapple with the pineapple juices going into the pizza sauce, and it had that same like gut-wrenching reaction feeling to it, and like it was like instant triggered, and I'm like, that's it. And like to the point when my wife brought that home that one day, I was like ready to like burn the house down and divorce and everything. It was like,
that's fair.
How dare you?
That's fair. I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but now that I'm actually, Gary reminded me of this, so I have one example to kind of shoot down my own point in a way. I love like ketchup, spaghetti sauce, things like that. I do not like. I'll eat it, but I don't like sliced tomatoes. Don't want tomato and salad.
Yeah.
So I guess I get it.
Dude, I'm totally with you there. Any like tomato product, salsa, ketchup,
Yeah.
I will eat a cherry tomato. I'm a fan of cherry tomatoes, but when it comes to those big ass slices of tomato, I just don't like the texture.
Right.
I'm with you there. So my daughter Ariana, I put so much ketchup on a plate that she winds up like a fucking dog licking the excess off the plate.
That's my wife.
That's my son.
She just loves ketchup to death, but she cannot stand a tomato. Can't stand a fresh tomato.
I was like, dude, you have like 5 chicken nuggets. Why do you have that much?
And you know what? They magically find a way to use up all that ketchup with those 5 nuggets.
It's amazing how ketchup flies out of a house. Like we buy there's just 4 of us that live in this house. One's 2 and one's 4 months old. We buy the 3-pack of huge ketchup bottles from Costco.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yep. Dude, I'm with you.
The most disgusting thing, and I can't even sit at the table when she does this. She'll make a sandwich. She'll have either wheat or white bread, bologna, put some potato chips on it, and then ketchup on it. And it's the most disgusting. I can't sit in the same room.
Do you guys know enough about Pittsburgh to know Primanti's?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got a Pittsburgh story. I'm not going to ruin it.
Kind of.
Leave the whole room. I'm sorry, this just got me. It's like, I'm going for a drive. Sandwich.
My wife does the same shit. My wife loves all this Germanic food, like cabbage and shit. And I'm like in this house, the tradition is from my wife. We don't do this weird shit in California. You make kielbasa, which is pronounced kielbasi out here. You make kielbasa and hot dogs in a sweetened cabbage. And you have to eat a strand of cabbage for good luck on New. It's our New Year's Eve meal. And I'm like, I'm going to be an unlucky motherfucker because I am not touching, brown sugar or not, I am not touching that cabbage. So it's just one of those regional meals that I'm just like, that. None of that sounds appealing.
Yeah.
So real quick, Joe.
Yeah.
Barbado Joe. So one of my best friends in the world is my neighbor. He is from Pittsburgh, diehard Steelers fan. Mm-hmm. I've never been to Pittsburgh. I am maybe 2 hours, not even probably. Straight shot east. So long story short, we did a Pittsburgh weekend, 1 full day overnight, and then a half a day, and then we got out of Dodge. Man, beautiful city. City. We took a tour of like a self tour of Heinz Field, which was really cool. I got to admit it. It was a beautiful, I think, June day, and we actually went to a Pirates game.
Nice. That
stadium is you just got to go. It is.
Yeah, you just got to go, don't you?
Beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
So Primanti Brothers, we went to the business district. District.
Okay. Strip district.
Really, really cool. We went to the original Primanti Brothers.
The original.
And meet the old lady. What's her name? I don't know.
I don't know her name. I'm not from the area, but I know what you're talking of.
So I got a picture with her and everything, and these quotes on my Instagram, and that was really cool.
My belly's so big you can't see shit. Trust me,
dude. I'm right there with you. So
you went to the original Primanti's.
We went to the original Primanti's, and we got to, like I said, we got to meet the owner. Phenomenal sandwiches. When I travel, Joe and I, we're both big. We love like food, movies, stuff like that, beard stuff. So when I travel, dude, I got to eat like 5 meals a day. I want to try everything.
Nice,
you know?
nice.
Yeah, the same way too. Yeah.
So we got Primanti Brothers. We walked to the end of the strip district or the business district, whatever it's
Strip
called.
district. Mm-hmm.
And then there was a trailer that said we sell the original Rothless burger.
Oh,
I was like, make some room. We just ate 5 minutes ago. And, man, it was good. Really good.
My wife's like that with vegan restaurants. Whenever we go to a new state or new area that we haven't been into, it's like she quickly Googles like every single vegan restaurant in the area, and it's a whole it's kind of like a restaurant crawl where we'll go to one and hit every single one and get a dish or a dessert or whatever, and just try it all. Like we went to Pennsylvania. They have they're vegan friendly. They have a lot of vegan restaurants, but the restaurants in Pennsylvania, like I don't know what was up with them. None of them tasted good to me. Like none of them.
Really?
I have a very I have a very understanding palate, if you want to say. So like I can all right, I can find the good in this where this is like, okay, this is okay. But every single one just was not good. And I told her, I'm like, yo, these suck. Like these are bad. Like
are you also vegan?
Well, she is, and I 100% respect her diet. So
when you're with her, you try to be basically.
No, I am.
No,
like,
he
when
is.
I'm with her, it's
Oh, you
100%.
are.
Yeah. So like, there's certain things that I will eat when she's not around, like honey and things like that. But I'll never like bring home meat or anything like that. But but like when we go on vacation and stuff like that, that's one of the first things she looks up is like, where can we eat? Where can she eat? So and like I said, Pennsylvania had great things. They had vegan chicken, which they made their own little like fake drumsticks and like fake bones inside of the drumstick and all that. So they made it really presentable, like looked really great. And that first bite was really good, but like once I started eating it, I'm like, this is not good at all. And we paid a ton of money because they're expensive too. Or like when you go to vegan restaurants and get vegan dishes, they're expensive. And they're not super cheap. It's not like, getting there's no dollar menu or anything like that. Or anything like that. Everything is like, $20 a plate, $30 a plate, somewhere even $45 a plate. So like, dinner could cost you up to like, 60 something bucks just on 2 entrees. So like, or more, and it just wasn't good. And I was like, God damn, man. I said every single one is awful.
That brings something to mind, guys. When we were in the East Side Market, is that what it is? West Side Market?
West Side
Market.
West Side Market. So we went all through that thing. I actually found a grape that I'd never heard of before, and we bought some, and it was just awesome. That little hole in the wall hot dog stand. That's based on what I could see in the meager surroundings. Is that place like legendary in Cleveland?
Yes.
That is legendary. I forgot that. Joe, do you remember the name? It's like Bill's Hot Dog, something
Yes,
ridiculous.
something like that.
Yeah, something very simple. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what's like nationally known.
They're gyro.
Steve's Gyros.
Gyro. Yeah.
Are you a gyro fan by chance?
If they're good, yes. I just don't like the white sauce.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I throw some hot sauce on it instead, not the white
Tzatziki.
sauce.
Fair enough. So
Tzatziki, yeah.
the tzatziki sauce, they make their own. It's actually like a pinkish red. And I'm a big gyro guy. They're the best gyros I've ever had, like no close second. The line, no exaggeration, you're waiting 33 minutes, like all hours of the day. It's great. Have you had one, Joe? Beer
Oh,
coffee?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, when I went, I got 3.
did you? Nice.
Yeah.
I had mentioned before there's this barbecue place in Texas that only does business on the weekends. And people literally show up there at 5 a.m. to get in line when the restaurant doesn't open until like 9 or 10 a.m. And they do like raffles for if you win the raffle, you get to cut in line. The owner has some really innovative ideas, but it's that kind of place where people come from 4, 5, 6 hours away just to try this restaurant and will stand in that killer line. Johnny, I saw in your comments about the mix sauce. What's interesting about that is in doing United Beards of America, I have found multiple states that have a variant of that ketchup mayo, ketchup ranch, ketchup, and some kind of white sauce. There are many states that have that as like a state food.
My wife used to do? She used to buy mayonnaise, right? Before she was vegan. She would, because mayonnaise has eggs in it. She would buy mayonnaise, right? Get it down to a certain level, and then take the ketchup bottle and squeeze the ketchup into the jar and then mix it up. And it'd be her jar. And like by mistake, I have used it and like almost threw up because like I just disgusting. I can't have mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together. No, I can't do it. I don't care.
That's
I don't care who
fancy
likes it.
That's
Yes,
disgusting.
Gary, we know it's
disgusting.
Euro.
That's what it is.
It's not gyro. We know, but it is what it is.
It is what
Calm
it is.
down. Don't have a heart attack
How
over
do you
it.
say gyro? I've always
It's here. It's Euro.
Gyro.
Yeah.
Well, to say it in Greek, it's gyro.
Yeah.
That's the right.
Oh, we
way
used to go to Greek festivals before my wife was vegan. We used to go to Greek festivals. We used to eat so much fucking lamb and oh my god,
Sweet and sour.
kind of miss it a little bit.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's a very healthy lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
By the
I
way,
mean,
Johnny, have you noticed that official PETA is back in the house since you took the ban off of him?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I put in timeout for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so the official PETA account, who shows up, used to show up a lot more when Johnny had the chipmunk named Alvin. Ever since Johnny released Alvin in the Wild, we don't see him as much, but he'll still pop in on occasion.
You guys should go grab another one. You guys should grab another chipmunk. You know, when the springtime comes on, when they're a little more, running around out there.
I think we've had enough. Unless you're going to take the fingers off that one.
No, I don't want. Oh God, no.
All right.
I never want to go through that experience again. That was awful.
I wanted to scratch the surface on this topic, and if we keep revisiting it, unlike Johnny's shit ice cream question, maybe we do.
That's how this happened. The shit ice cream question. I was thinking about that.
You may not like this topic anymore, okay?
Oh, this is the topic you said that you. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. Now, I had two ideas in mind. This actually spurred from a DM conversation with Brett Berlin, where I was just kind of going off the top of my head.
Oh no.
Now, there are two ideas I had in mind. I'm not going to broach the second one yet, but here's what we're going to talk about. Sex with cartoon characters, okay?
Oh. Okay.
All right? And what I'm going to throw out there to start is Scooby-Doo.
Velma.
Daphne or Velma and Rationale.
Velma.
Velma. Now she's I call her the dark
Hands down.
horse.
Hands
Velma,
down.
hands down. All right.
Right. You know why? Because she looks like she'll put in the effort and she has the body to back it up. You get that turtleneck off her? I'm telling you, watch.
Yes, I was going to say who wears the turtleneck? Velma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the geek nerd, but you're right. There is
Those
the
glasses off? Forget about it.
now see and guys in the chat, please chime in.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a Daphne guy only because I love redhead so much, but I do think she would be the worst lay. Velma all day, says Ryan G.
Only if
Velma,
only
what
if
is
the carpet
Velma?
matches the drapes.
Yeah, if I take the elevator down towards the basement and there's some discrepancy there, I'm out of there for sure.
Right, like if you go to the basement and it's blonde, then I'm dipping out of there.
Yeah. Velma would take it in the rear and love it, says Jersey Ron. I like that you're going to that next level, Ron. All right.
I feel like Daphne's too much of a priss. Like she would just be like, "Oh, let's do a missionary."
Yeah.
Smart
Almost
is
her appearance in Belfast, yeah.
Man, that is cool that this is a Velma crowd because I can see that Velma vibe.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Daphne is always getting it from Fred. Fred can't fight. You just punk his ass and then you just put down.
Bro, do
Daphne's-
you know how many cosplay Velmas there are?
Oh,
yeah.
really, Johnny? Really? A lot of them?
Yeah. A lot more than Daphne. Like that.
Hey, what's up, Pete?
All right, then I'm going to have to do the other series. All right, well, we can still be talking about this.
But like if I were, all right, of course, Jessica Rabbit has to be up on there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
but we need a bigger cast. See, I was just thinking of like cartoon series, so we could have at least two choices. Rabbit, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Now, here, guys, you're going to have to add your imagination. Okay, you're going to have to add 8 to 10 years to these characters,
Okay.
or else there's all sorts of filth going on. Okay, so add 8 to 10 years, and I'm going to say the Peanuts gang. Okay, the Peanuts gang. So we've got Lucy, we've got Sally. My contention is that Peppermint Patty is gay as all get out, even at 10 years old or whatever the hell she is. And Marcy, of course, is gay too. We just, they just haven't made that connection yet, right? So really, we're looking at Lucy and Sally. Maybe you can make an argument for Peppermint Patty. I would field it. I would listen to it. What's our take on the Peanuts people?
I refuse to answer this one first. I'm trying to put 10 years on them, but
I don't know. It's been years. I don't even remember what they look like.
Yeah, I don't
Johnny,
know.
pull up an image of Peanuts and throw them up on the screen. Here's what I know for sure. I am grudge fucking the hell out of Lucy. I'm going to put on a yellow sweater with a squiggly line, and I'm going to hold a football. And I'm going to bury Lucy's face in that football. That's what I know for sure.
You really thought this one out, huh?
Well, I said me and Brett had this discussion ahead of time.
So anyways, the reason why I like pineapple on pizza is truthfully no, pull it up, man. We'll play along.
I'm trying. Hold on. All right.
I'm gonna answer. We're as transparent as they come.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Lucy, I just want to kick her ass too much.
Exactly.
You know, like
that's why she gets the grudgy.
Okay, so
now there's Sally.
There's Lucy right there.
Got to kind of know their personalities. I think Sally's a long hauler. I think like she's the girlfriend type.
You think so?
I
feel like Peppermint Patty would be the one to put on the strap on and take you down.
Totally.
Like she'd be the one. Like,
totally. She calls Charlie Brown Chuck.
Yeah, she'll be putting the strap on and donkey punching you. Like that's how.
Yes. Yeah. Dirty Sanchezing, donkey punching, all those things.
Yeah. She's
always the quiet one. So I'm kind of, and I can't read it, right in the middle, all the way to the right, middle column, all the way to the right. Who's that?
That's Pigpen. Or sorry, that's Marcy. That's Peppermint Patty's friend.
Okay. Kyle would definitely do Pigpen.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Lucy is hump and dump and throw some Uber fare in the counter. And if you were kind enough to remember a rubber, you put one on, but maybe not. Lucy is the black leather dominatrix. Good call, Camo Cam.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, she'd be the one to. Yeah,
that is true.
Rob Acker. I can't sexualize any one of these. Oh, come on, Rob. It's a game. We're all playing. Cousin's like, what the fuck did we get into?
Yeah, but then look at Rob's follow-up comment.
Okay, let's see it. I didn't see that.
Oh my God, poor Woodstock.
I didn't want to go with Snoopy or Woodstock, but what you guys want to do, that's your thing, you know?
If you like
Sherman, Schroeder.
I mean, that's all right. But
who's this clown next to Linus? I don't even remember him. Between Peppermint Patty and Linus.
Rerun?
Is that his name, Rerun?
Yeah.
That's got to be the newest. I don't remember him.
No idea. I just Googled Peanuts, and that's what.
No, I remember all these guys. The guy in the bottom left should be Sherm, if I'm not mistaken. It might be something else.
Franklin.
There we go. And I got all the rest, but freaking
these comments are hilarious.
Who's Sherm? What are you talking about?
I swear there was a penis guy named Sherm.
Doesn't mean that just because he's. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is Billy Rogers' comment.
Billy, I'm going to say I haven't, but I won't say I won't. Oh, Marge Simpson or Meg? Ooh. Meg being Meg Griffin, for those who don't know.
Right.
I'm into Marge.
Marge got that experience back. Yeah, I got to go Marge too.
I'm going.
Have you seen Marge with her hair down? Have you seen Marge with her hair down?
I mean, she shows how disgustingly freaky she is. I'm going Meg.
I don't know, but Meg looks like
where she was like obsessed with Brian, and like, yeah, I wanted to be Brian.
She's too clingy. Meg is a clinger. I feel like
one night only, Johnny Grooms. One night only.
I still would go Marge because Marge with her hair down. Have you seen Marge with her hair down?
Can you imagine the noises that makes in bed? I just don't even want to. I don't want to contemplate it. All right, I'd be instantly stuffing a sock ball in her mouth just because I wouldn't want to hear it, and I like noise. I'm going Meg.
Is porn parody of Peanuts called C-Nuts?
That's awesome.
Meg's body, Jeremy Schrock. Hey, and Meg is voiced by Mila Kunis. That's just all you got to throw into your head.
I know.
Right there.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Good point, Gary.
Good point.
It's a good shot.
That would be a good T-shirt.
That's right. I lost my bottle opener.
Homer or Hank?
Hank. Definitely.
Yeah, I'd go in Hank.
He taught her to throat. Oh, gosh.
I don't even know that Homer takes a shower, you know?
Right.
He's shaved. Have you ever seen Homer shave?
Yes.
He shaved
but he always has a shadow.
He shaved, and then as soon as he finished shaving, it came right back. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Carrie from Define, the cousins have taken bear therapy to a whole new level. Look, we didn't start this.
Yeah. We were
We're
talking about
committed to being as transparent as we possibly can.
I didn't know this was gonna happen tonight. This is all this like just came on. Just
This is sneak attack. I ninja'd this one on Johnny Grooms and
yeah,
yeah,
totally, yeah.
This is a great one. This is actually
I like
a
it.
classic.
I like it.
Betty Rubble or Wilma Flintstone?
think about
Betty.
Betty.
I'm going Betty. I
I'm
like
going
the
Betty,
dot
too.
eyes rather than the big eyes. I'm going Betty.
I gotta
I
ask the same question as I asked for Daphne. Does the carpet match the
It
chair?
has to. It has to because
It has to with Wilma.
there's no hair dye back then.
Betty. I'm gonna go Betty.
Yeah, I would go Betty.
I'm going Betty. But Wilma takes a sloppy fat man, so I might actually have better chance with Wilma.
That's
but I'm
true.
going Betty.
That's true.
Betty's kind of got that Audrey Hepburn vibe, and I think Audrey Hepburn is one of the most beautiful women that ever lived.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan, when it's 9:30, brother, it's like a roller coaster with the seatbelt off. You never know what's going to happen. That's
Yeah,
that's the conceit of the channel.
That's awesome.
Little Mermaid, Ariel, or Snow White?
Well, Little Mermaid with
oh.
legs or Little Mermaid with the fishtail?
Yes.
Which Little Mermaid? With the fishtail or with the legs?
I'm gonna go fishtail.
Fishtail, huh? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Why
I'm
not?
going Snow White.
Right.
So
she's-
white though? I don't know. I kind of like the Ariel with the long red hair thing.
Here's the problem with Ariel. She's completely naive. You know, one of the two of those dwarves got into Snow White. Snow White's got some
Snow White,
experience.
though. The problem with Snow White is I have to do all the work.
That's right.
Rob said Ariel pre-moistened. Oh man.
Wow.
What about Sleeping
Yes,
Beauty
that's
and
right.
Snow White? Sleeping Beauty or Snow
We
White?
need to come up for air.
Ariel,
Yeah,
Ariel, homie. That's interesting. Ariel, she is cute. I'm just maybe I'm
Yeah,
just more
yeah.
classical.
You
Snow
guys-
White again has that same kind
I
of
feel like with
hairstyle.
Ariel, you'll be able to try more stuff because she doesn't really know a lot.
Oh,
You know
so
what
you
I
can
mean?
like mold her like
Oh,
clay.
yeah, you could totally groom that.
Oh,
Do you guys remember the beginning of the movie American Pie? When he meets his buddy at the outside of high school and they're like walking in, he's like, "Did you see Little Mermaid on HBO last night?" Ariel, man, she's so hot. He's like, "Hey, she's a mermaid."
The mermaid.
but wait a second. If she has the the typical mermaid gear, where are you going? Where's the input?
I'm pretty
How
sure there's a
does
hole.
any fish
somewhere.
do it? Like, you
I'm
know,
pretty sure there's a hole
there
there.
has to be a way.
Gotta be something. You'll make it
there's,
work.
there's
I know.
something
Some-
there, yeah.
Some
Exactly.
fish's scales are kind of sharp. I don't know, man. That's rolling the dice, I think. Even more reason for Snow White. Mrs. Incredible from the is the reason why each of the dwarves has their personality, says the captain stash.
Yeah, Miss Incredible from the Incredibles. You want to talk about thick? Like she's dummy thick. She got man.
I've never seen the Incredibles. I know of them, but I've never seen the movie.
Yo, she's got a dump trunk back there.
I said, "Oh my
You
god!"
know who I
the
like
whole-
was the Princess and the Frog Princess.
Oh
What
my
was
God.
her name?
James. That's funny.
That's right, Ryan.
Tanaya. What's her right say? Johnny knows. Use a fillet knife and make a hole. Good gravy. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Oh Jesus.
All right.
Not only is Miss Incredible thick,
Tatiana.
she can also stretch her body.
Oh, man.
Oh, Betty White for sure. Betty White,
Oh,
absolutely.
back in their heyday, yeah, Betty White for sure.
Oh yeah. You can find topless pictures. She used to do topless playing cards where
Mm-hmm.
she was one of the models.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty White.
Yeah, throw Betty White in playing cards back in the black and white days when she was in her 30s. She was did topless playing
It
cards.
was also back in the 30s, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
very right there, Kyle. Yeah, but she was a pretty woman. She wasn't like stunning, but she was like, yeah, it's a cute woman, you know.
Okay. Betty White,
Betty White now is still a freak. I don't know, Rob. I'm not going to doubt you, but I don't know.
She's 117.
She probably teach you stuff you didn't know about.
You better bring all the silicon dust for that. Up to Bobby, Bad and Beard, Casey, Team Joe. So what it do?
Yeah, Joe's #1 fan, Bobby Bad and Bearded.
My only fan.
Your only fan?
Hey,
Yeah, just take, hey, what are you doing?
Notice,
And Margaret. Yes, Brett. Yes.
Did you notice every time Brett was like, yeah, man, I can't believe I haven't talked to you, Kyle. I haven't talked to you, Kyle. I'm like, this is Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe.
Hey, we each have a fan.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
This
I
is
love being the
Foreman.
heel.
Let me ask you guys this, and we're not going to give any names, and it's up to you if you want to. Have you guys ever had like a stalker or a creeper, considering like you're on YouTube and you put yourself out there?
No one wants this, man.
No one would dare come at me. That.
Yeah, we've had one, and he was. I don't think he was dangerous. I think he wasn't all there, to be honest. He told me he would love to touch my beard one day.
Oh, nice.
And some other.
You should tell him, like, I'll send you clippings for $5. Hey, there's money to be made there.
That's Johnny Grooms, baby.
After your heart surgery, I know you will be fine.
Yeah.
You can send him that. Send him audio clips like that. $5 a pop. Fuck
there
it.
you go.
You want to be creepy? You gotta pay. You gotta pay me.
Brett, Joe, you don't like peanut butter, so that's a deal breaker, huh? All right, that's fine.
You know what? Gary said something. He said Mrs. Foreman or Peg Bundy. Peg Bundy.
Who is
without
Mrs. Foreman?
question. From that 70s show, Mrs. Foreman.
Oh, I never watched that 70s show. I never watched that show.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Bundy.
I'll tell you what. I would probably go Mrs. Foreman, but if you're talking,
She looks so old.
Huh?
She looks so old, though.
I know, but if you would have said Katie Seagal from Sons of Anarchy,
Sons of Anarchy. That's where I was going, Joe.
or even 8 Simple Rules.
No,
I'll go Sons of Anarchy.
All
Give
right.
me her Sons of Anarchy.
Look, listen
Shot.
to me. Peggy Bundy in her heyday, Peggy Bundy was like super fucking attractive. I don't know why Al had a huge time getting with that, because like if I was married to that, like I'll be all over that all the time.
She wasn't bad.
As she aged into like the Sons of Anarchy character, she still has got it.
Oh yeah,
Mrs. Foreman like didn't look attractive at all in that 70s show, and as time goes on, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what she looks like now, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't look any better. So like there's no way that's not even a choice right there, right?
By the way, not even on topic, but since you brought it up, Joe, how about one of my favorite actors in the world, Walton Goggins, as the trans character?
He's amazing in everything he's in.
He is like he would make a man think twice. You're like, I honestly didn't know that was actually a dude. I thought they legit got. And then when I realized, I'm like, oh, because I'd only seen Goggins in a couple things, and then I watched all the Sons of that, and then I really became a Goggins fan. For those of you who don't know, Goggins was in Justified with Tim Oliphant. He was also in Hateful Eight. He was the Southern guy that they pick up last on the stagecoach. Walton Goggins.
He plays
a great character.
He plays a good role in The Shield.
Oh, right. Yes, he does. The Shield, and he did 6, that recent series 6 about the SEALs. That character, that trans character, she's a show stealer whenever she's on.
Yes.
Yeah, great character.
I won't spoil anything because there's a lot of people that probably haven't seen it yet and needs to still watch Sons of Anarchy. But the interaction between Walton Goggins and Tig, amazing. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Winnie Cooper. Winnie Cooper as the day is long, baby.
Look, I follow Winnie Cooper on TikTok, like the actress, like whoever plays her, and she still looks kind of the same as she did back then.
She's in those like stupid Hallmark movies, and man, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is, because quite honestly, I think that would be average at best, but there's something mystifying about her to me.
Right.
Even in the Wonder Years, obviously she's a young girl, but you could kind of have an idea of what she grew up to be. But that character, I mean, a lot of people gravitated to that character. I mean, someone brought her up here in the chat. Something about her, even though she wasn't like gorgeous, unlike like say other, teen actresses where you're like, oh, that girl when she grows up, she is going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what's her face from the big family show that was on ABC.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Sophia Vergara. What? No,
not Sophia Vergara's family. The blonde girl and the dark-haired husband. The younger daughter. What is her name?
I don't know.
Katie Highland. Anyway, you could tell at 13 that she was going to grow up and she was going to be a pretty girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
The actress who played Winnie is a mathematics genius. I did not know that, Brett.
Yeah.
Mary Kay. Actually, they better put on 30 pounds because I ain't touching that. You know,
Yeah, they need to eat some more.
Yeah, the one that's less anorexic.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got really weird. Hey, Gary asked a good question. He said, and I'm just going to throw in their prime, Pam Anderson or Carmen Electra.
Electric
Carmen.
all day, all day.
Carmen.
I'm not a big fake boobs.
Baywatch, Pam
Yeah,
Anderson.
it's so funny. I was just watching Baywatch. Like when we went on vacation, apparently there's an entire channel that is just Baywatch. And like me and my wife found it, and she's like, "I love this show," and I'm like, "I've never seen Baywatch," and we sat and we watched Baywatch for like 2 days straight, continuously. Like I was like, I fucking love this show. Like it was just so like amazingly bad that I love this show. And I'm like, "Who is that?" And she's like, "That's Pam Anderson." I'm like, "No way." She's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah, Pam Anderson in her Baywatch days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Selma Hayek all day, man. I love Selma.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
Mac with the cheese, man. That's a tough one for me because I love Hispanic
Selma Hayek.
women. I'm going Sofia Vergara, even though I love Selma Hayek. Sofia Vergara, I'm going with her. There's so
I know
about
the
that
name.
lady.
What is
Selma
she?
Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Selma
How about
Hayek
now,
today.
though?
Selma Hayek tomorrow.
In Grown Ups as like a 50-year-old or 45, whatever. Man.
Look, I
Did
follow
you
her.
say
Instagram.
you know the name Sofia Vergara, but where is she from?
Yeah, I know the name. I know,
She's Modern Family as well. She's
Oh,
the one
yeah.
married to Al Bundy.
Oh, she's great. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
so loud though. Oh my gosh, so fucking loud.
That's what I want, Johnny.
Screams.
I
Like,
definitely don't want Marge Simpson. Yeah, hit it, Daddy, hit it. I do not want that. I'll take Sofia Vergara all day long.
Someone just brought up Halle Berry. Halle Berry is from Cleveland. She's from like two
Oh, is
cities
she?
from where Joe and I grew up. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bedford.
Bedford, Ohio. Yep.
I'm with you, James Pershing. It's hard for me to vote against Selma,
Devin,
but
Halle Berry in the movie Swordfish. Oh,
yeah, that's
She's-
good call.
She is
Good
like
call.
the definition of beauty. You know what I mean? She's
Now,
just gorgeous. Halle
can you
Berry.
can you guys' wives hear you?
yeah.
Oh, I say these things in front of my wife. I mean, she'll do the same.
Just wondering.
My wife is, she can probably hear this, but she's probably more mad that we haven't started AEW yet than this conversation. So,
Matthew McConaughey or Christian Bale?
McConaughey.
McConaughey. Yeah, I love his acting, even though he's kind of not really known for it. True Detective season 1, that iced it for me.
Season 1 is, and I think I might have told you this, is the best season out of maybe any show ever made.
I'm breaking it down right now on my channel. Just started doing episode 1.
I think the question is like, who would you really go gay for, Matthew McConaughey or Christian Bale? I think that's the
Matthew McConaughey. Well, yeah, I know
Is it
that.
scary? I answered that so quick.
You
were
and me
really quick
both,
to that
Joe.
one.
Yeah,
I'm not going gay for Christian Bale. I'll go gay for McConaughey.
right.
Christian Bale, like,
Especially if he did his Batman voice.
Because you know he's
Christian
breaking
Bale.
that out.
They say he's so weird. When I think of him in American Psycho, I think he didn't have to act. Like that's what I picture. He's like,
Yeah.
look,
That's one of my
love that
favorite
movie.
roles.
I love that movie. I love that movie. The
Yeah.
bit when he's with the chainsaw and she's going down the stairs and he's just like, eyeing it up and then he just drops it on her. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking genius. Like this.
Whoa.
Did any of you guys watch the Danny McBride series Eastbound and Down? Where he
Oh
plays
yeah,
that?
so good.
I think the first
There's
two
a Matthew McConaughey cameo towards the end when he's trying to get back up to the majors, where Matthew McConaughey plays an executive for I think the Texas Rangers, and they do this thing with Jesus because he's a religious guy. God damn, is that funny? It just shows McConaughey's comic chops, and I think a lot of it was improv too. Very good. McConaughey is my boy.
One of his first roles was in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel.
Yeah,
And that he was the best part of that whole movie. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That movie starred him and Renee Zellweger, two Oscar winners.
yeah. Zellweger, who I would have hit for a while, but then she went off the rails. She got surgery or some shit.
I haven't seen her in years. Even
I really liked her in Me and Myself and Irene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Renee's you're right. There's something about her in that role. I think it was her outfit. I don't know.
Yeah,
and she's got a weird voice too, but that's when I can excuse. I can say, okay, for that voice is a little weird.
Eric, that's tough. But Alexa Bliss, girl.
Talking wrestlers
man,
now.
I don't know about that because I really
now
love more.
With The Fiend is one of, and my wife knows this. I say it all the time because she's a big Drew McIntyre. Like she tells me every time she cheat on me for Drew McIntyre. But Alexa Bliss now with the Fiend. Oh my God, is that hot?
I don't know. I really
I'm looking
like
these two
Liv
girls
Morgan.
up because I'm not.
I really like Liv Morgan. Definitely. Like, I don't know.
Dude, I don't blame you, man. That's tough.
It's a very hard choice.
Oh yeah, and I've never seen them do their thing. Just looking at pictures, I'm going Liv Morgan.
I think Alexa has the bigger badonk, but she's got more padding back there. If you were to line them up, I mean, Liv is a little more skinnier, so Alexa has a little more meat on her.
Jesus.
Mac.
Come on, Nikki Cross, of course. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. Not Nia Jax. I don't know.
Beverly Hillbillies Granny or Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island, or B. Arthur all day. B. Arthur all day because she would make me laugh. That lady cracks me up. That lady, even if she has a dick,
after.
I'll steal that answer. I'll steal that answer too.
Actually, Nikki Cross is not that bad compared to Nia Jax. Nikki Cross is not that bad.
No.
Was that Billy that came up with that? That's a great question, Billy. Now we're going into the opposite side.
For me, it would be Nia Jax just out of pure curiosity.
Which Joe? Mac with the cheese. Which Joe? Me or Bear Talk with Joe? We've got two of them up here. Maybe he wants to get rid of both of us.
We can't kick any Joe off the stream.
Yeah, that's right. Gary Lewis just revealed this to me. The granny from Beverly Hillbillies is his great aunt.
Oh, wow.
You kicking me off the stream. Why, Mac? Because I'd go gay for McConaughey?
Gay for McConaughey? That kind of rhymes.
Sue me, dude. I'd be living in $1 million mansion, brother.
That's right. Oh, he said the B. Arthur.
Oh, B. Arthur. I had to make. Wait, okay. All right, Mac with the cheese. Put your money where your mouth is. Which choice are you going with? Are you going with Thurston Howell's wife from Gilligan's Island? Or are you going with that wretched granny? Sorry, Gary. You're going with that wretched granny from Beverly Hillbillies. There's no way you're putting any of your anatomy into that.
Sorry,
Arthur's a no-brainer. Hit me, Mac. What's your answer there?
Camo, you're not wrong, man. I still follow her on Instagram, and she's
honest one. Tori Wilson. I was always I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with Tori, but I was a Stacy Keibler guy. I was definitely Stacy Keibler.
The way she used to go into the ring,
but there's something about her, man.
The way she used to go into the ring, those God, what she have fucking I don't know how long were her legs? Like
I think they were each 5 foot tall.
Yeah, exactly. They were 5-6 feet long. Like, come on, man.
Oh, she's
and never a Sable guy. Never a Sable guy.
I like Sable back in the day. Kind of
all right. She always look a lot. She always look a lot older than she did. There's something about her she looked aged.
Isn't she married to Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. Now she is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So about
one of the things I respected about Keibler, at least at the beginning, I don't know if she had it. I'm not a big breast enhancement dude, and Keibler did not have a lot of breasts, but she stayed with that look for a while.
Yeah, good point.
And I don't know if she did eventually get them. I don't remember. That's about 2003-04 is about when I quit watching hardcore. But those owners are saying, Stacy, we need to have bigger tits, Stacy, and she just kept it, and I appreciate that. I respect that.
Why do they do that? Just leave the girls natural,
Oh, Define Beard Company with an old school all-timer. Old school. I've actually thought this very thing, Define, because I love that show. And here's what I would tell you. Go ahead, Johnny.
Is it?
I was going to say Three's Company.
Yeah. As much hype as Suzanne Summers had with the Playboy and the body and everything, there's something about Joyce DeWitt that always pushed me towards her. I'm going with Joyce DeWitt.
I can't do the Joyce DeWitt because she looks just
like my
mom.
That is. I'm looking
though Joyce DeWitt looks too much like my mom for me to answer.
Well, Johnny, keep me away from your mom, I guess.
Yeah, same. She looks insane.
I'll tell you what.
My mom used to be a model when she was younger.
Just because I started rewatching the show step by step, I gotta go Suzanne Summers. She's gorgeous in that too.
Yes, I got nothing against Suzanne Summers.
Hey, there you go, Gary. Great minds think alike. Exact same time.
Someone said another issue: Ronda Rousey or Misha Tate. Rousey all day long.
I like Ronda.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Ronda.
You know when I really started liking her was when she was in that Fast and Furious movie and she was in that red dress. I was like, yeah, she totally, yeah.
It was the SI bathing suit spread for me. Her ugliest, and I get it, but her ugliest is when she's fighting because her hair is all fucking pulled back and tight. when she does herself up, she's a beautiful woman. You know.
Oh yeah.
She's got a little bit of the resting bitch
Well.
face, but aside from that, she's a.
And she's a Vegeta fan, and I'm a Vegeta fan, so
There you go.
that's it.
And the idea she could kick my ass, there's something about that idea. Too.
She's not a lesbian.
Oh,
No,
Gary
she's not.
Lewis. Gary
No.
Lewis.
Ronda
you hit.
is married to another to a UFC fighter. The guy he was from Hawaii, heavyweight.
Yeah. She's married to.
I can't remember his name.
Gary Lewis. Barbara Eden is one of my all-time celebrity questions back in the day when you're talking.
I love how
60s.
everybody's response is, "No, Rob, she's married." Like it's 2020, she can be married to another female. But-
Yeah. Or it could be a beard, no pun intended.
right. Yeah, that is crap.
Joe or Johnny, says Redbeard
Wait, what?
Ryan. What did Ryan ask?
What?
Red-
Oh, George.
Joe or Johnny. If that's what Ryan is actually asking, that's
Oh,
genius.
no, that's
Like a
messed
full-
up.
Johnny,
That's messed
Johnny,
up,
no
Ryan.
offense, but I gotta go.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I will.
I could
You
never
can,
do it with a vegan.
yeah, you can happily go with Joe. That's fine. No argument. No argument.
Oh, that's great. That is great, Ryan, you son of a bitch. That is great. Oh.
Although those who have seen me, like on the Instagram calls, like know that I do a good fair amount of very nice housework. So just letting you know.
He does.
Great. There's more to Johnny Grooms than you think. Trust me.
Yes. Yes.
Cooked and clean.
And he's a bit of a sadist. So, you might be able to get into some play with the pain. We know he can take a little bit of pain. All right. 10:25. Johnny, are you wanting to go past 10:30 tonight, or are we going to wrap it up normal time?
It depends what you guys want to do.
It depends. I'm giving Kyle and Joe an out. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm giving my boys an out because they've dealt with 9:30 very admirably.
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm gonna take off because I did promise the wife that we would watch AEW tonight.
Okay.
We both have to get up early for work, so we got to do this again though because I don't want this to end at all.
Awesome.
I got to do my husband duties and watch some AEW though.
Before
Okay.
you guys go, anything you want to hype plug or anything else before we
what's
let you get
coming
out of
up
here?
for the cousins there.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't, check out our channel. We're on IG at Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe, and then our beer channel, Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. It's half reviews, half beer tips and tricks. If you haven't, check it out. Subscribe, but only if you like the content. If not, no hard feelings.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and if you haven't, my wife and I put out a funny video of the little nitro gummy bear. It's the world's hottest gummy bear. So if you haven't
watch
seen that,
I've heard about that. I got to see it.
Gotta watch.
yeah,
that.
if
Yeah.
you're having a rough day and you need a good laugh, I recommend it because
I'm going to watch that tonight, actually. Yeah, good call. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It was great getting to know you, great to hang with you for 2 hours. I love it. Take care. Thank you. And we will definitely do this again one of these days.
Yes,
absolutely. Hey, thank
so
you
much.
guys for the opportunity. Appreciate it. We'll do it again.
All right.
Continued
Bye.
success in 21, boys.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
See you later.
Take care, guys.
Everyone, have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. Later.